Sup people, I'm Ashlynx1 and this is the first time I'm uploading to PMPB, so comment down below in how I could improve my narration and quality, help me help you in receiving entertainment from me and YouTube the community. Pokemon, is one massive happy family, the Pokemon community, so it's a good game. Jumping into this NU match against killeraxx2000, as you can see from the title above. We're both going to lead off with our obvious Stealth Rock as his Gigalith, my Rhydon, although Golem could also set up Stealth Rocks, but being that I have a Rhydon, is more obvious that that will be the Stealth Rocker, unless, I'm planning on having two Stealth Rockers to compensate for Rapid Spin, but I'm not, as I have no Rapid Spinners, he has no Rapid Spinners, so Stealth Rock would be the best move in the game. Residual damage would be good, as he has 3 Pokemon weak against Stealth Rocks, his Magmortar, Pinsir, and Rotom Flying Form. I have a Articuno, which is 4 times weak against Stealth Rock. So residual, Stealth Rock damage would be awesome. I am fearing the Magmortar, generally because they're Magmortars, and I have 3 Pokemon weak to fire, only 2 that resist, and he's probably going to be carrying a Hidden Power Grass for coverage, and I'm fearing the Earth Ring. I have my own Earth Ring, so I know how deadly they can be. I could either set up my Earth Ring first or his first. I don't know what, but we're just going to have to come to that when it happens. So we're both going to trade off Stealth Rocks, we're both going to trade off Earthquakes. I am far superior in the trading of Earthquakes, as I have Stab on my Earthquake, and also I have 600 defense as well. He takes 2/3, I take 1/3 of damage. The damage he took led me to believe that he probably wanted to keep it as Death Fodder or something of the sort, and also I could safely predict as well, as I could easily take a Earthquake from that range. So I assumed he was going to switch into something to take on my castle. He switches in Rotom Fan, which is going to take 1/4 of damage from the Stealth Rocks. I am going to roar him out, so that means he's instantly going to take off a half max HP from the Stealth Rocks, and he has not seen a single second of this match. Speaking of taking half damage from Stealth Rocks, in comes Articuno and gets absolutely destroyed by the Stealth Rocks. He's going to Scald, not going to do anything to me because Articuno is a beast of a Pokemon. Unfortunately, do it too is Ice typing and Flying typing. It's not very good in that wise, but stats is a monster. So I'm going to have to roost up, as I always will do, because he's got the Stealth Rocks up first hand and there is no Spinners, as I have said already. So I'm going to have to roost every time I send in Articuno. Hopefully I won't have to send it in many times, as the only thing that really stops my team is this Slowking. But I can... the only thing that Articuno really needs to do is stop the Slowking from wrecking Train or just stalling around with Toxic and Slack Off. He goes for the Scald and then the Psychic for some strange reason, just to improve his damage count. But you saw how much damage the Scald did. Scald is only 80 base power and Psychic is 90 base power, so that's only 10 difference. So it's not going to be that much difference. He should have gone for the Scald again, hoping to get the burn, or probably didn't want to get the burn, knowing that he could get the Toxic off. He should have got the Toxic off. I think he switched out to Gigalith as Death Fodder, because he knew I was going to Toxic, as I am a Toxic Skydropping set, which is an awesome set, as it forces the opponent to take 2 turns of poison. But Protect is also a viable option. But he may have assumed that I was going to Toxic it, and Toxic on a Slowking would have been bad for him, as it would have made it a lot easier for me to take it down later on in the match. He goes into a Pinsir. I'm assuming Pinsir will be banded in some way, as they're pretty much non-fighting versions of Heracrosses, but they don't have Guts. They have Mold Breaker instead, so they're normally choiced in some way. I go into Castle, as Castle walls Pinsir's life and day. Even with the close combat won't be doing much. I go for the Roar because I know he's going to switch out because he's choiced in some way. He goes into Rotom Fan again, going to take that Stealth Rock damage to half his HP, and then going to switch out, and when he switches back in, there's 3/4 of damage already done to Rotom Fan form, which is one of his main special attackers, along with this Magmortar. And I sack my Rhydon, because I wanted to see whether or not he carried that Hidden Power Grass, and then I really risked this, because this was my only method of taking it out, which is my Choice Banded Sucker Punch from Golem. Golem, a very powerful Pokemon, very underrated as well. Magnitude uses his Golem, not Golem, Geodude, and that Geodude is very good, so I decided to buff it up and turn it into a Golem, and took it for myself. So It's a good Pokemon, but unfortunately RNG screws me over and kills Golem because I don't have my study up because of rocks, and he dies to Life Orb, so he's going to switch in Pizza. I switch in Amazon Lily. I just leave Amazon Lily to die to see whether or not he is banded or scarfed. I went for the sub, but unfortunately he's scarfed, so there he outspeeds me. And kills me off with an X Scissor. I go into Shabody, so I know I can take an X Scissor nicely. He doesn't want to switch into anything and take, risk a Swords Dance, but I have no idea why I went for the Swords Dance, as I just had my Superior die to see whether or not he's scarfed. And why would I use Swords Dance to boost my speed? Because I know he's scarfed already. So why would I even do that? It's one of the most stupid things ever. I should have just close combated him, and then this whole pincer would have been easy and just gone, and I had the match instantly. As his only only Pokemon left are this Rotom and Slowking and his Pinsir, but Pinsir would have been dead for my theoretical Fire Punch. Go for the Roost, as I said. I'm going to have to Roost off every time I switch in, due to the 50% damage I take from rocks, and in comes the Rotom Fan Form. I had no idea what they do. I assumed it was going to be like a paralyzing air-slashing set, but it is actually Specs, and I suspect super effective Thunderbolt, and Algae lives, not even from max HP. That's how much a beast I am. Not me, just Articunos are. Articunos are just, I love Articunos, they're so amazing. Articunos are amazing. Yeah, I take it out with an Ice Beam. In comes the Pinsir. He's choiced. This was a strange move, as I only have 2 Pokemon left from the series of sackings that I did. I'm a boss. I'm a busy boss. If anyone doesn't do what they do, I sack them. It's hard times. The stock market's going down and everything. I have to lay people off, But he goes for the close combat for some reason, knowing that my last Pokemon resists his close combat. He should have gone to the X Scissor, as from that range, I think X Scissor would have killed, even though it's resisted. Stone Edge would have definitely killed, but Stone Edge wouldn't have killed my Executive. He saw, if you double that damage that I took from the close combat, that's how much damage Stone Edge would have done. But that Stone Edge damage would have helped in the long run, as you'll see later on in this video. And in the chat, he was just like, GG, son, unless you get a crit. And I'm like, what, son? No crit needed, son, because I am a giant palm tree with 125 base spec attack with a 140 base power move, including with stab. That is 110 base power. Killing an Ursaring with has no defense whatsoever. And you're just like, what are you on about? GG, son. I don't know. And then you're thinking, I've got this game in the bag because I can easily finish off this Slowking with a Leaf Storm. So that is GG. But you do notice down below that there is still 4 minutes of this video remaining. And you're just like, you're not going to talk for 4 minutes at the end of this video. No, there must be something going on with this video. And I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, what goes on in this video. This Slowking lives. It lives my freaking max power Leaf Storm. And you're not like, what? No, not max power, because you're a -2, aren't you? No, I'm not a -2 because I had a White Herb, didn't I? Did you not look at the video, you stupid person? I had a White Herb. That means I'm at, net 0. Now I'm at -2. Now he's slower than me, therefore faster than me, because we're still in Trick Room. He's going to get up the slack off first. He's going to slack off to, 50% HP. And being that my attack is now halved in power, he's probably not going to kill off the Slowking. I'm just going to have to hope for that my first attack was minimum damage and RNG just screwed me over again. But unfortunately, there are still 3 minutes of video left, and this is going to get really, really, really tense as the Slowking lives again, and you're just like, you've got no hope. Now you're at -4, you've got no hope of finishing off. You've probably got Psychic, Hidden Power Ice, and Leaf Storm of your only moves, haven't you? So you've got nothing to touch it with. You're at -4. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for Trick Room to end. Therefore, I'm faster than him again, because he is Slowking. Slow ass king. Leaf Storm, go. I freaking miss Leaf Storm. That was my only chance of taking it down. I miss. I'm at -4. What am I going to do? He's at almost full HP. He's talking to me. GG, son, unless you get a crit. And I'm like, I can't hope for a crit. Crit is 6.25% chance. And I missed. But Leaf Storm has is 90% accurate. 90% accurate and I miss. What is going on? I have no idea. I have no idea at all. But I did not show you my last move. I don't have Hidden Power Ice as my last move. I have Power Swap. And if you don't know what Power Swap does, it switches your boosts. And boosts also include negative stat drops. So therefore, he's at -4 and I'm at net 0. So he goes for the Toxic, thinking that, he could just slack off and Toxic me death and win that way. But no, son. I'm at max power again. What are you gonna do? You saw how much damage my last attack did. You're dead. So GG, dudes. Game over. So well, let's just you and me. We can just watch this animation of Slowking being torn to shreds by a leaf storm. But I fucking missed again. That's because Newton is blinded with the friggin' poison that he just spewed all over his face. And I am really, really angry at this point. So I am almost tearing my hair out thinking, I could have killed this Slowking off, 15 turns ago. But no, apparently not. Apparently the world wants me to suffer. And now, after all that prediction, after all that hard work, I have just got to pray that the first Leaf Storm that I did to this Slowking was in fact minimum damage. And RNG did screw me over. So let's just see, ladies and gentlemen, if I fail the third time. Three strikes are three times the charm. Let's just see. Apparently, a man, succeeds in his third dating thing. I don't know what I'm on about. Three's a magic number in general, and 3 is a magic number for me, as I do take out the Slowking. So finally, GG dudes, and game over. And don't mess with Power Swap Exeggutor with a white herb. Gah. Arik, what are you doing? Gah, what are you doing, son? I don't know. But, check out my channel, check out the opponent's channel, and that's my screen recording there. No, just, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Comment, rate, subscribe.